Yo. Whoop, my bad. There you go. Let me fix this. I just gotta make this a little higher. I went on Instagram Live before this, so apologies because I was streaming portrait, not landscape. That should be it now. Hello, hello, hello. It's my first ever live. Um, just trying it out really. Testing, testing, one, two, three. This is just with my smartphone and my headset attached. It's not what I would normally stream on. Normally I would use like my camera, my microphone, all of that, all of that good stuff. So yeah, welcome to live chat. Where is the chat? Okay, that was stupid. My bad. Sorry. Okay, I can't see any messages if they're there. But yeah, this is just for me to kind of test out the live streaming platform. See how it works with just my phone and my headset. Uh, and then probably next time I'll just bring my camera. It's a lovely day today. Let me flip the camera around so you can see. Okay, that was weird. There you go. Let me show you what I'm currently experiencing. We've got the lovely skies. We've got the sound of birds chirping and whatnot. And this is my pretty much got the park to myself today. Well, for now. I guess later on that will change. That and obviously the football is on, so you probably find a lot of people are sticking quite close to home to watch the sport. Plus, the tennis is due to start soon. I live in Wimbledon, by the way. So yeah, all of that, all of that, all of that. What that equals is empty parks during times of the day, and for someone who's always stuck behind the desk, filming, editing, writing, creating, this is like not heaven, but pretty close to it. And I like being left alone, anyway. And that's why I didn't bring my usual setup, because it's like people see a camera and they don't know how to act. You know, all of a sudden everybody has to walk in your exact path. Ah, I don't miss those things. When look, COVID is a very serious thing, but when that started, it was the first time where I could just film and go places without having to endure people constantly trying to like ruin my shots and walk into things and ask me a million questions while they can see me filming, you know, or flying my drone. It's like I need to concentrate on this thing that's in the sky. I don't have time to be, answering 21 questions at the moment. And then some of it was rudeness as well. It was, people that don't think you're meant to be there because I don't know why, especially in public spaces. I don't understand that kind of behavior, but whatever. But yeah, it's a lovely, lovely, lovely day. Gotta say. Don't know. Hold on. Is that not? There we go. That should be straightish now. Yeah. Don't know how many of these I will do, or if I'll even, because I live stream on Twitch. I was invited to a YouTube event the other day where it was recommended that that people kind of look into doing live streaming as soon as possible. I have no problem with being on camera. I have no problem speaking to camera, so on and so forth. Um, but I always question whether you can like make an impact with just go live and everything will sort itself out. I don't think so. It's got to be more complicated than that. Surely you need a schedule. You need a certain amount of quality to your, what I mean, to what you're broadcasting or what you're talking about. You need some kind of plan. It's not the kind of thing you just hit record and go. But I wanted to see just how true it was that you could just do it from your phone. So I was like, all right, cool, let me try it out. So far, it seems all right. I'm guessing, well, I will review the audio and see if this can work. Might have to just get like a splitter. So I'll use this to monitor and then split the connection and then have plug a microphone in separately. Even though this has a mic, I'd imagine it would be a bit too sensitive for use outdoors. So whenever there's wind, like I'm sure you're getting entirely too much of that. Although it's nice with like the birds chirping and stuff, but it's not as loud as it'll probably come out a lot louder in the microphone. But yeah, um, right. Sorry, I guess I should. If this is my first ever live on YouTube, I should introduce myself. My name is Jay Mullings, and you know, I'm the creator of Written Mirror. Written Mirror is my brand and imprint. It's a content publishing business and traditional publisher as well. I've published two books, the Thought Book One and the Thought Book Two, which I wrote. I've also wrote, edited, directed, produced a feature film called The Jam that came out last year. I've won over 40 awards as a writer, screenwriter, and director. I write, record, and produce, mix, and master music as well as Wicked Penman. That's like my musical alter ego. I was born in the UK, spent nearly a decade of my life growing up in Jamaica, so I've got a dual cultural upbringing, and yeah, I live in Southwest London. So that's me in a nutshell. Uh, how I would describe my YouTube channel. I've got two. I've got one for music, which is the Wicked Penman channel. So if you're seeing this, please by all means sub to both. You don't always get the same content on both. Sometimes there's overlap, sometimes there isn't. This one, the Written Mirror channel, is more it's more informational stuff. So it's about. I'll wait for the wind to die down because I'm sure this is picking it up. It's more about like informational stuff, so making people aware of situations and international days and so on and so forth. What else? What else do I do on there? Of course, drone flight. I showcase my color grading, my audio skills, kind of soundscaping, all of that. I try and keep it kind of varied. I used to do a lot of writing and creative advice as well, so that's on there. Straighten this out a little bit more. So it's a healthy mix of information, advice, and actual creative things that I've done. There are a few radio interviews that I've given as well, and just that unique points of view that I hold, that I share. Um, Everything on my channel is me, like created, edited, recorded, so on and so forth. So yeah, it's just a place where I showcase all of my creative capabilities, which you know part of the reason why I started Written Mirror was the kind of unhealthy skepticism that I'm normally subjected to. So when it was writing, it's people not believing I could write until I won X amount of awards. And then when you win X amount of awards, the excuse was, oh, but we've never seen anything you've created. It's like, well, can't, you know, writing a script and making a movie are not they're not the same thing, and you don't have to make a movie to prove you're a great writer. What kind of nonsense is that? But I was like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna try and take away that excuse. So I started filming my own stuff, and then what was the excuse then? Oh, we didn't have a celebrity in it or a sports person, so therefore, like, even though it looks nice and da 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 da, and we like what you've done, and but it's just that it's not marketable, or it's not this, or it's not that. There's always some excuse. When I would apply for creative jobs, they would say you're creative, but we need someone who kind of understands project management. I go and I did a project management qualification, and then the excuse changes to something else. There's these constantly evolving goalposts. I had someone say to me the other day as feedback for a job I went up for was that they needed someone who understands typography and motion. I had to laugh because I was like, you know what? These are the same people that couldn't even be bothered to read my. They couldn't be bothered to read my CV or my. I've done a professional behavioral profile, which basically explains all of the thing. Where your aptitudes lie, where your strengths are, what kind of work environment suits you, how, and even it contextualizes your test results compared to other people who've undergone this test. I think close to 2 million people have taken the test. It's what, like, companies like your Tesla, your IBM, your Apple, all these major companies use this testing methodology. So they care less about what's in your CV and more about your behavioral profile, because that will tell them where you fit in an organization. Whereas over here, it's so what that was supposed to be was the supposed to be the final Infinity Stone. It was supposed to be the last time someone can make some bullshitty, lying, crazy excuse because it's all there on paper. Sat through an interview when they're explaining what they're looking for. They explained pretty much what was in my behavioral profile verbatim, to the point where when the person finished speaking, I was like, did you actually read my behavioral profile? Oh, I've been working 17-hour days. It's interesting. I've never seen one before, but if I'm honest, I was like, well, because it's just that what you just said is what's written in the behavioral profile. So, so I'm thinking, what's the excuse going to be at the end of this now? And yeah, like I said, someone that understands typography and motion. Social design as well. I can laugh now, but it's not funny. It's not funny to never be believed for having the abilities you have, and even if you're constantly showing it, there's still all these ridiculous excuses that people dream up to keep you from jobs, all while not wanting to admit they're being racist, ageist, classist, all of these isms and schisms, and these artificial ways of keeping really skilled, highly intelligent and adaptable people from work. But then I see, and it also made me laugh because then I see an article yesterday on LinkedIn that was trending, a BBC article about positive deviance. Even that in the title cracked me up, because positive deviance is an oxymoron. There's no such thing, but whatever. People in the workplace that challenge the way things are done, or or they're prepared to do things in a way that's completely different to what you're used to. Those are the people that make organizations truly great, and blah 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 blah. I'm thinking the irony of this coming from the BBC was not lost on me. The BBC is one of the most, like, I was saying, it's a cabal of conformists. There is no they don't hire non-conformists in that organization. They just don't. and and they don't even hire people based on, gosh, don't sting me. Yeah, sorry. Based on, if you've got a lot of capabilities, a lot of skill, but you're not popular, you're not considered. If you're popular and you have no skill, they will break their necks to work with you. And I'm like, that's not, no organizations that historically awesome operate like this. And I can't, I don't know when the UK became this country where you have popularity and you have, like, what's the word now? What's the word I will use? Like competence or ability, right? In an ideal world, they would be like this. But sometimes you have people that are very popular, not very competent. As in, they're not the best in their fields, they're just the most known. You have people who are very competent, not very well known. You understand? Like, it's not, you can have one without the other. They don't necessarily come as a package. If they do, that's great and that's good, and and those people all get remembered, and those people get to have the pick of the litter, and they get to do what they want, right? But this is a country where they'll celebrate someone like a Kanye West, a nonconformist, right? Someone who has their own ideas of how things should be done, and they won't settle for anything other than what they want to achieve. But if you were to say that you have that same potential, they would look at you funny and they would probably ostracize you and call it, ego and this, that. And I'm like, you know what? You can't really win over here, especially when you're black. And then, you add that to when you're a black man, you just don't, no one doesn't, they don't want to hear that kind of confidence and bravado from you. Like you shouldn't believe in yourself, or if you do come present as that, they're looking for ways to kind of poke holes in what you're saying. And it's like, none of it's ever stuff that applies anyway, but, you know, whatever. And I guess that's partly why Written Mirror exists. It's to do the things that people take pleasure in telling me I can't do or couldn't do. You know, can't write. Well, I've written and I've won numerous awards writing. In fact, that was my university lecturer's feedback. One of them is that I have no grasp of the English language, no grasp or command of the English language. And the only reason this person said that was because it was the final semester, so they knew they would never have to face me with having made such a comment. But I had to laugh, you know. Less than 2 years later, I'd already won something like 20 awards. So yeah, met producers, had producers look at my work and come up with all sorts of reasons why I shouldn't write because it's not, and they're trying to like justify it by saying, for instance, let's say, imagine this, right? You're a surgeon. Oh, sorry, you need surgery, but you won't accept the surgeon that's assigned to your surgery because they're not the best known surgeon in the world. Like, do you know how ridiculous you would sound and look? Like, come on. And then, okay, go even further than that. If you were going to, kind of think about someone's potential, you wouldn't compare a surgeon year one with a 20-year OG or someone that's regarded as the very best in the like. That's just not going to. They're not going to compare comparatively. It's just not going to be a fair comparison. You're not doing anyone any good by expecting that whoever it is live up to the standards of the greatest of all time from year one. That's foolishness. But yeah. And for a while I used to keep like these emails and letters and stuff, but now I'm at the point where I don't care because it's like people always try and knock you off your path when they don't understand why you're driven to do the thing you're doing. They don't get it. They don't understand what this thing means to you. And B, it's easy to try and, rubbish and poo-poo someone's dreams instead of trying to go, oh, how can I help and encourage this person? It's a lot easier to just go, no, you're shit, give it up. Come on, everyone knows that, right? So, in the end, what you end up with is you go kind of go it on your own, do your own thing, and show people that you're not even doing it to prove them wrong, but it shows that they were wrong. They were wrong to judge you the way they did. And hopefully these people learn some life lessons and do some soul searching. But if not, at least you never gave up. You continued and you persevered and you achieved what you wanted to achieve. And that's what I'm trying to do with Written Mirror. I may not be successful ultimately, but I'll give it a go regardless. So the mantra for Written Mirror is truthful, fearless creativity. And I take that pretty seriously, you know? If I'm going to tell a story, I try and tell it truthfully and fearlessly. And if I'm going to present said story, I try and do it in a way that shows my creativity, my uniqueness, the thing that makes me me. And I take that into most things, and it's served me well. Um, but yeah, this YouTube live, I've been on it for 20 minutes. I think that's a sufficient. I'll try and do a full half an hour. That'll be a sufficient test, and then maybe I'll schedule it and let people know where I'm going to be live next time. I kind of just popped up. I didn't tell anyone I was going to do this. But then again, it was the same thing when I did Twitch. I just kind of popped up on Twitch one day. And I built from there, little by little. So I'm not above graft. I work hard. I always try and work hard. So if I've got to work to get people to watch my YouTube lives, maybe I'll do that. But just so you know, I'm on Twitch every Wednesday, 7 p.m. GMT. And the Wednesday session is chill and chat. It's an AMA session, which means you can ask me anything. And we have very interesting discussions there. So you can also come over to there. I'm on social media, so Instagram and Twitter at Written Mirror. You can see the spelling right there. Um, music, my music and stuff. Oh, the film, by the way, if you want to watch the film, you can go on thejam.org, thejammovie.org, and you can buy it there. It's video on demand, and that would help me a great deal. As for like the merch, if you want t-shirts and stuff like this, writtenmirror.com/shop. There's also a blog on Written Mirror. You can read all about the things I've done and where my content can be found. If you want some royalty-free photos that I've taken, you can find them on Unsplash. And again, it's Written Mirror. Most places you can find me on Written Mirror. I recently mixed and mastered a song for a competition with a brilliant group called Spitting Ibex. And that's also on SoundCloud at Written. There's a Written Mirror SoundCloud page. Both the mix and the remix are on there. My commercial music is Wicked Penman on pretty much any platform, any decent audio streaming music platform, whatever. And like I said, I've got a YouTube channel as well. Just search for Wicked Penman and it should come up. So yeah, I guess I could leave you with the clouds and what I'm looking at the moment, because like I said, it's pretty empty over here at the moment. Let's have a look. Oh my gosh, come on, flip around. So yeah, whoa, there we go. That's me at the moment. Yeah, nice and peaceful, you know. If you want the sky, I give you the sky. We'll try not to go this way because obviously the sun is over there and it will kind of fight the picture. That looks like a crocodile, right? Am I the only one seeing that? Them are not nobody and I go on like them are somebody. Beautiful, beautiful trees. Oh, yeah. Yes. So, oh yeah, I zoomed in, didn't I? Oh, can't be asked. But yeah, I guess this will be posted to my page or something. If anyone likes it or is feeling it, I may come back and do some more. But like I said, you're welcome to join me on Twitch every Wednesday. So this evening at 7 p.m. GMT, I'm on there for a few hours. Normally do that indoors. But yeah, if this becomes a thing, maybe I'll do my YouTube lives outdoors. I do film and fly my drone in some very, very beautiful, interesting spaces. So maybe I could do that. Maybe. All right. Yeah, I said I was going to do half an hour, but I think I'm going to cut it short and do 25 minutes. I want to spend some time doing some coloring. I brought my coloring book out and my colors. This is what I usually get up to while I'm enjoying the sun. Play some music as well. I'm going to have some music in the background. But yeah. You know? Well, it has to go upwards from here, right? So yeah, catch you again whenever it is YouTube live. Jay Mullings, AKA Wicked Penman, Written Mirror, and I'm out. Oh yeah, look at my dragonfly. I'm out.